is Miss Sanvi Chogle. Let me tell you something about her. Sanvi is a class 10 student of CNM school and a promising one too. Her accolades and awards are as follows: winner of Times of India Student of the Year Award 2023, winner of Inter-School Poetry Writing Competition in 2022 and 2023, first runner up in Panache 2022 Inter-School Declamation Competition. Sanvi represented CNM School at the SDG Fest 2022 on the theme of Sustainable Innovation Challenge. She also participated in the Inter-School Hindi Elocution Competition and the Inter-School Marathi Elocution Competition Vivek Utsav 2022, along with Inter-School Creative Writing Competition 2019. Ms. Sanvi will speak on a topic, consumerism, its effect on the youth. Over to you, Ms. Sanvi.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone and a very good evening. My name is Sanvi Namdev Chogle. I really wish to thank TEDx Youth at CNMS, my school, and my principal for giving me this opportunity to speak here today. It's an absolute honor for me to be here. Today, my topic is consumerism and its impact on youth. Let me first give you two examples to set the context for today. Number one, when you hear that thousands of people have lined up all night in front of a store selling the latest version of a popular mobile phone, that is consumerism. And when you hear that her girl has sold her kidney to buy one of the same mobile phones, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the impact of consumerism. So let us define our topic a little bit more in detail. Consumerism, or materialism, as per economists, is the conspicuous consumption, that is, the belief that personal well-being or personal satisfaction is dependent to a very large extent on the level of consumption of material goods. Basically, the more you consume or the more you buy, the higher your level of satisfaction. Now, when we talk of consumerism, let us come to the consumers. Who are these consumers? Now, a consumer can be anyone. It can be a toddler, it can be a teenager, it can be an adult or a senior citizen. But for my topic here today, we are going to understand the consumers as the youth of our generation. How do you define youth? Youth, as per general belief, are people aged between 15 to 25. If you ask the leaders, youth are the ones on whose shoulders the future of this great country lies. But I personally believe that youth is not just a time of life or just an age. It is the state of mind of a person. It is the period, I'm not saying age, it is the period during which a person develops his self-image, develops his self-identity, interacts with the outside world, forms opinions and beliefs based on experimentation, has creativity, willpower, and the courage to dare, to experiment into uncharted territories, and in the process, he outgrows the standardized templates of living life. That is youth. But sadly and unfortunately, due to growing consumerism, today's youth is facing an identity crisis. So before I elaborate upon this further, let us go a little bit back and understand how consumerism took the center stage in our lives. So 40 years back, there was no internet. 100 years back, there was no television. And go a few hundred years back, there was no print media. Indians traditionally have always lived in close-knit joint families with uncles, aunts, cousins, relatives, grandparents, and everybody you're related to. And that was the way life was. So when the parents were busy working or earning their livelihood, it was the grandparents who raised the children by telling them stories about India's glorious past, our great heroes, and of course, magical kings and kingdoms. But over time, we went from joint families to separated nuclear families, and from separated nuclear families, we became simply nuclear families. So what happened in the process? Grandparents were replaced by media, particularly television media, and of course, the big daddy of all, internet and smartphones. Today, even a toddler possesses a gadget, and parents take pride in saying that my 3-year-old does not eat unless he watches cartoons. And of course, I'm not just going to stand here and talk about how consumerism impacted others and be the perfect little unaffected girl myself. While I myself was growing up, I found myself refusing to attend the birthday parties of my friends unless I was dressed up as my favorite cartoon character. And every 2 to 3 years, my school bag, my pencil pouch, my water bottle would change based on my new favorite character. So research shows that media, television media, does not discriminate based on age. It makes absolutely no difference whether the audience is an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old. Today, rapid developments in technology and infrastructure have drastically improved the standard of living of millennials. Today, the rise of internet and social media has led to an ease of access of information or misinformation to today's youth. As I notice around me, today's youth is bombarded with material messages which encourages this purchasing behavior. For example, the spread of pop culture has led to a rise in idol groups. And by using these popular celebrities to endorse their brands, big companies hire marketing companies to take advantage of the youth's desire to be popular. Today's youths want to be popular and the center of attraction of their group. And by possessing products manufactured by these big brands, today's youth feels that sense of achievement or that sense of accomplishment in that group. In my very own friend circle, some of my friends look down upon people wearing traditional clothing just because it is not glamorous. Youth with lower self-control are not only getting attracted but also addicted to video gaming. Today, the video gaming industry is estimated to be at about $150 billion US, and it is luring youth to buy newer and newer versions of their games released every year, and in the process making the parents work even harder to meet the demands of the child. Today, the spread of fan culture of singers, dancers, and celebrities has led to groupism among today's youth. Today, youth is engaging in unnecessary, nasty debates online and trolling on social media, which is vitiating the tender minds of today's youth. That is what I'm talking about. Traditionally, Indian women pierce their ears or their nose, but today, girls as well as boys are piercing every part of their body other than their nose and their ears. One of my cousins has gone even a step further and pierced her tongue. Yeah, it happens, I know. And today, it is only right to say that marketing companies are seeking brand loyalties right from your cradle. So how is all this impacting our youth? As I said previously, at an age of developing their self-image, at an age of developing their self-identity, today's youth is facing a crisis of confidence or an identity crisis. Our identity is no longer defined by who we are or what we do. It has become quite directly related to what we possess. Possessing cool stuff has actually become much more important than being cool. This reminds me of a quote of Tennyson. "We are now not that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven. That which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, and, if I may add, consumerism." As per a study in North America, about 20% of the youth there is overweight or obese, and by the time the students reach the 8th to the 12th grade, they have begun consuming alcohol or even smoking. And in today's globalized world, that Western narrative is affecting our youth and society as well. To sum it up, consumerism is leading to psychosomatic problems like depression, anxiety, lower self-esteem, and behavioral problems. But is technology or innovation so bad that we must stay away from it? No, absolutely not. I strongly disagree. Remember, it is the same technology that helped us in online learning during the pandemic. It is the same technology that has brought the world closer. It is the same technology that has improved our standard of living, our safety and security. And today, innovations in science have decreased mortality rates in human beings and made space tourism possible. So how do we tackle the impact of growing consumerism on today's youth? There are three main solutions, in my opinion. Number one, awareness versus ignorance. You have to be aware about how consumerism is shaping your thinking, your mood, and your physical and mental well-being. And once you're aware of it, you have to be alert of it. Number two is communication. Parents must spend time daily to talk to their child about various social and economic problems and to ensure their participation in important purchasing decisions. Assessing it based on two factors, wants and needs. Ask yourself a simple question before you purchase anything. Are you buying it because you really need it? Or are you buying it just because you want it, because somebody else has it, or it is a hip thing to have? Number three is that the parents must teach the child the importance of money, financial literacy. And similar activities can be planned in schools as well to inculcate the same. For example, a parent can inculcate the habit of saving right from a young age. My dad, for instance, has never really gifted me anything expensive or extravagant on my birthday. Instead, he has invested that money in an appreciating asset, and that's a very good beginning. Lastly, in the past 200 years, especially after the Industrial Revolution, consumerism has increased steadily. Marketing companies are thriving on the psychology of the youth and are targeting their parents indirectly. We live in a world which is evolving at a very fast pace. However, trust me when I say this, but the effects of these developments are more constructive than destructive. We have to learn to look at it from the right lens and strive to develop its strengths while being aware of its weaknesses. And by remaining grounded and respecting our cultural heritage, we can strive for the betterment of this great country and society. So today, as I take your leave, I want you to ponder. Ask one simple question to yourself. Are you what you are because of who you are or what you own? Thank you very much.